Hello everybody and welcome back to TKA Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. I'm Zach Fischer and this is Miss Wetzel. Miss Wetzel, how you doing? You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. Do we have the school nurse standing by? I feel like she and I might get acquainted today. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here we go. To a good show.
So, Miss Wetzel, you've been teaching here for a while, but like, we're only on the first one.
I know, right?
So, like, what's your backstory like, and where'd you go to college? How did you
my
get find kings?
Before I became a superhero. Okay, I went to Valley Christian, San Jose, preschool through 12th grade. My parents both worked there. Went to West Valley to start out with, because my parents worked at a Christian school. Then I went to William Jessup University, and then I did some at Oxford in England. So that was cool.
And you've been teaching English for a while. Why English? Like, what got you into there?
Ooh. Sorry, it was a good, hot question and even hotter wing. You're right. I always thought I'd be a Bible teacher. My dad's a Bible teacher. Went to Bible college. Love the Bible, read it every day. I know a ton about it, so I'm like, oh, well, what better to teach than the Bible? But when it came to King's, they had English available. And so they're like, what about 9th grade English? And I'm like, ooh, sounds like a lot of grading. I don't know that I'm into that. But I do love King's. I do love teaching. It'll be like 1 year, right? So we'll do English 1 year, and then I can do Bible. And then I loved it. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. We get to talk about literature, get to do some writing, expand their thought, critical thinking. So then, yeah, it's been the 17, 18, or 19 years later. Still doing it. So maybe someday I'll make the leap into the Bible department. Who knows? Yeah. My first year at King's was also Matt Berry's first year at King's, and they asked him to coach 8th grade flag football. And he said, Coach, you have to coach with me. And I said, I'm not going to coach flag football. I didn't play football. And he's like, how many football games have you been to in your life? And it's like, well, how many weekends are there?
Yeah.
That times more, because I would go scouting with my dad. So if we had a Saturday game, we would hit the first half of a game on Friday night, go to another school, get a second half of another game. We'd see a Saturday game if we had a Friday game. So lots of football, suffice it to say. So I was like, sure, I'll help him out. It'll be fun. So we coached flag football that first year, and then also all the other years after that. So I've coached with Coach Berry, I've coached with Coach Petiti for many, many years, both Drew and Steven, and Coach Duncan a bunch of years also.
So you've been here for a while. I'm sure you've gotten up to some shenanigans with your students. You've done a lot of like projects and cool stuff. I remember that's one of the favorite parts about your class. What would you say is like the craziest story or the funniest thing that a student has done?
Oh man, okay. Nick Royal, I'll say the name because it's many years ago. He went ham with a plastic sword. That's why I have foam swords now. I used to have plastic swords for the Romeo and Juliet, Montague, Capulet battle at the beginning. So it's like day one of Romeo and Juliet costumes. And it's like, who wants to play a part? And Nick's eyes get so big, there's a sword. He grabs the sword and it's like, he keeps trying to like whack people with it. It's like, wait, Nick, wait for the moment. And then it's like, they fight. And he just like went crazy on everybody. And everybody's like back in their seats. And I like had to come out and be like, Nick, whoa. Like, it's pretend, buddy. It's a plastic sword. It's not real. So I was like, okay, so mental note, foam swords. But I was like, I was a little bit scared.
Been working at.
Do you hear the music?
Yeah.
No. I hear it.
You worked at Starbucks for a while.
Oh yeah.
With Mr. Petiti. I'd love to hear any crazy stories you have about that.
All right. I need a second. Collect my thoughts. Does my tongue still work? I'm not sure. Words coming out? Yes. So I should get a job during the summer. And so I was thinking, what would I want to do? Well, I go to Starbucks all the time, so maybe I'll get a job at Starbucks. Stephen Petiti, Mr. Petiti worked at a Starbucks. So I was like, oh, perfect in. I'll get a job there. So I interviewed, got the job. But working at Starbucks, that was exciting.
What?
You never knew what was gonna happen. Just like crazy people. Crazy people come in, like all spectrums. Like people who are crazy because they just need their coffee.
Oh.
People who are crazy because like they want their coffee. And then people are just like literally crazy.
So we know you like making all these crazy projects and stuff, but what kind of stuff do you like doing for fun?
Woo! Oh good, if it looks like I'm not sweating. My makeup's doing the job. I do like reading. I know that's such a cliche like English teacher thing to say, but I like looking for new books and excerpts and things to incorporate. I like reading classics because they're good for a reason. Okay.
Do you have a favorite book?
Oh man, groan alert. I do have to say A Tale of Two Cities, just because it never gets old. I read it 5 times every year as I go through it with each of my class periods, and it never gets old because people still find new stuff because it's like so deep and there's so much there to find. And it's also exciting to see people have epiphanies and be like, wait, that's this guy, or like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be that. Like there's so many twists at the end, and it's fun for those who have not spoiled it for themselves by looking at Cliff Notes. It's fun to see the moment of discovery when everything comes together. Woo! That last one, that was hot. I actually did have heat stroke one year.
Oh my God.
So my family went, so again, my parents are teachers. We have no money growing up. We don't go on any vacations. Okay. But then my mom, it was my senior year. She's like, we're going on a family vacation before you go off to college. We're going to Yosemite. We're doing it. We've never been to Yosemite. We're from California my whole life. To heat stroke. We go to Yosemite. Having flashbacks. It is blazing hot. Like it's real hot. We hike around. Oh, it's hot. I don't want to complain though. This is our one vacation. It's super important to my mom. So I'm just trying to be a good soldier, trooping through, and then all of a sudden, I'm going down. And I just come to, and there's just like a bunch of strangers around me, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I guess not. I don't know. You tell me. Where have I been?" So it turned out heat stroke. Woo!
You like to travel. I've heard
I do.
stories, but
yes.
Where's like your favorite place to go, or your favorite place that you have been?
Well, I went to Oxford in England and loved it. I had always wanted to go to England because it's like the motherland for our language, our literature, our culture. For our honeymoon, when my husband and I got married, he had been to Paris and loved it. I had never been to Paris. I went to London and loved it. He had never been to London, so it's like A Tale of Two Cities. Let's do London and Paris for our honeymoon. And we did, and it was amazing. We did a cooking class. We went to the Eiffel Tower. We did all these awesome, like once in a lifetime adventures. So it was
amazing.
It was really great. Yeah. It was real spicy.
So we've got some questions sent in from the audience. Thank you so much for sending them in. Appreciate anyone who did that.
Oh, that's exciting. Like actual audience questions.
Yeah. Go to @TKA.stuco for any following people. So first up, favorite word or word of the day.
Wow, favorite word. It's probably like amazing. I say that all the time. Or awesome. I put that on papers all the time because it's like, this is awesome work.
How many pictures are on your wall?
Oh, wow. Incalculable. Like 3 or 4 years ago, they tried to get me to take everything down off my walls so they could repaint. And I was like, have you seen my classroom? That is not happening. Woo! That is so spicy. I think my tongue is actually like growing inflamed.
You're doing great.
Okay, next question. I'm ready.
So I asked Mr. Barry for anything, and he just said Chili's gift cards. I don't know what that means. Could you elaborate on that?
I actually cannot elaborate on that on the show. So that was that first flag football year. Woo! Almond milk me, please. So that first year we coached flag football, they gave us Chili's gift cards as like our end of the year coaching gift. So we went to Chili's to spend it. I don't even remember if they were open. I don't remember what. Sitting outside for some reason.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. You have put me to shame. I thought you didn't wear that than I did. That's such a touching story.
Yeah, that's right. Well, more prayers.
Yeah.
That's all. Prayer works.
So anything you want to say? We're all at the red carpet.
Oh.
A-camera, B-camera.
All right. Do your own reading. Don't copy annotations from other people. That's really my major message. It's never too late. Turn in your work and ask for forgiveness.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, woo! We made it! No nurse needed. Another time, school nurse.
See ya.